We know that Jesus was not a white man, nor was he a black man. He came from that part of the world that touches Africa, Asia, and Europe. He probably had a brown skin, as the people of that day did have. But the Apostle Paul said in Acts 17, he hath made of one blood all the nations of men that dwell on the face of the earth. We're made of one blood. We're all related to each other. And we all have our common origin in Adam and Eve. Now, it's Adam's blood which courses in every man's veins, whether he be black or white, Jew or Gentile, pagan or cultured, whoever you are, Adam's blood is in your veins. And this blood of Adam carries in it a disease, a fatal disease, the sentence of death. The moment you're born, you're sentenced to die, because in the bloodstream is death, a fatal disease that the Bible has labeled sin. In Romans 5, the Apostle Paul says, wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed on all men, for all have sinned. And he said, in the day, God had said to Adam and Eve, in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. You cannot eat of this particular tree. If you eat of it, you'll die. God was testing man, because God had given man a gift, the gift of choice, the freedom of choice. Man could serve God and love God and build a world with God, or he could rebel against God and try to build his world without God. But God said, if you choose that way, you will suffer and you will die. You will die physically, you will die spiritually, you will die eternally. And man was tempted. He yielded to the temptation. He sinned. And by that one man's sin, your father and my father, Adam, death passed by sin to all men. And tonight, you and I, whoever we are under the sentence of death. Man suffers from blood poisoning. But so powerful was the poison of sin that thousands of years later, all of us who are related to Adam by human birth still succumb to the poison of sin, which is transmitted to us through the blood. The penalty is death, and every person in this audience 100 years from now will be dead. 50 years from now, most of us will be dead. 10 years from now, a great portion of this great audience of 30,000 people will be dead. Now, where does the blood come in? God said, without the shedding of blood, there's no forgiveness. There has to be an atonement. There has to be a substitute for you who will take the judgment that you deserve, the death that you deserve, and that substitute became the Son of the living God, Jesus Christ.